Episode 30 of the Bazooka Kickboxing series. We're talking about part 2 of the low kick. Last episode we talked about different ways to throw: enter, exit, stationary, left, center, and to the right. Different parts of the shin, different angles. If you missed part 1, watch it because it'll help you out in part 2. And today's going to be about different ways to work it on the bag and with your partner. So let's get started right away. One of my favorite ways to work the low kick is working it on a stationary bag. This will let you get the most power you possibly can in the kick, and it lets you control the distance of your low kick as well. If it's a moving target, it's a little bit harder to find the placement on your shin, but on this bag you can see it. So I'm going to start from what I taught you last week, and I'm going to mix in setup versus finish. So long setup, I'm using my instep, less pivot. When I finish, I'm going to step in, have a little bit more of a pivot, and I'm going to come down and use higher up on my shin. Setup versus finish, changing the angles. Now, to make this drill a little bit more advanced, just like the other episodes, you can change level with it. Mix head kicks, body kicks, and low kicks. Change the variation up. So if you do not have a long bag or a pole bag against the wall, you can easily do partner drills. So what I do is I have one person hit the bag and the other person can hold it. These are power sets. You're looking to get as much power as you can. One more set for Allah, as hard as she can. Keep your hand position nice and tight. Dig your shin into the bag. Time. So now we're going to use the long bag, but instead of a stationary target like I showed you, now we're going to get the bag to move. This is going to give us more opportunities to use our low kick timing. So the first type of movement we're going to use in the bag is one we talked about last episode, which is the enter and the exit. So if the bag is moving, I'm creating space, boom, I'm drawing low kick. That's called my draw low kick. So the bag's moving, I draw back, boom, draw low kick. The second one is the exit. So I can stand here, I can push the bag, and I hit the bag as it's moving away from me. So two timings: attacking as the bag comes in, draw low kick, and then exit low kick. Draw low kick, exit low kick. Okay? Mixing in, playing with the bag. Let me flow with it just to show you how the drill works. Okay. The second option we're going to do is I'm going to have the bag moving left and right. We showed that with our introduction to the low kick in the corner of the ring. So now I'm going to get the bag moving this way. I'm going to try to time the bag as it's moving this way, or meet it with my shin to get more effect. So I'm going to play with the lateral movement of the bag. The last bag drill is going to be mixing in your punches. And when talking about low kicks, we're going to talk about different ways to set up your hands in your low kicks. The most obvious way is to set them up with your punches. So you can do any punch to low kick combination you would like. And now to make your combinations better, make sure you go back to the series and watch the section on building combinations. This way your combinations have a purpose, your combinations flow better. So go back, watch building combinations, and this is our punch to kick combinations. Okay, the second variation for the combination is I'm going to do kick to punch. So I'm going to lead with my low kick, follow with my hands. The last one is I'm going to kick, punch, finish with my low kick again. So low kick, punch combination, low kick. I can build in enter, exit, draw, kick, exit. So now I'm merging the different drills together. Kick punch combination using the bag movement. So one of my favorite ways to hold for low kicks, I call it single pad, where I don't actually put them on. I hold the handles. This way it's easy for me to hold for low kicks. It takes some time to learn this style, but try it out. And learn the system. You're going to find it very easy to hold for different kicks. So Matt's going to be a southpaw, so I'm just going to do my other stance. But make sure you go back to part one and learn the enter and exit timing for this. So what it looks like is Matt pulls me in, he chops the leg. If he steps forward, I back up, he hits the leg. So that's my timing for this. Go back to part one, review that. But this is going to be about using our punches to set up our low kicks. So the first one we're going to do is the very basic. It's going to be jab, low kick. And we're going to mix in different variations to throw. So very simple. I can add double jab, low kick, jab, hook, low kick. So I'm using lead hand to low kick is one of my favorite ways to land them. Reason why I like it is as you shoot this shoulder, your rear hip stays loaded, which gives you more power in your low kick. So step one, you just get the timing of the low kick. Part two, lead hand to low kick. Lead hand can mean body, jab, hook to the head, uppercut, any lead hand to low kick. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna build in punch more volume with the punches. So let's go 1, 2, hook, low kick. Good. Moving around, punch to kick. Good. And now you can do any punch combination. Some of my favorites is going to be, let's go hook, cross, hook, hook, cross, hook. Low kick is one, jab, cross, hook, low kick, any punch to kick combination. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add some kick, punch, kick combinations. So we're going to start with our kick, and it's going to be starting with that setup low kick. Setup low kick, quickly fire the hands, and then we're going to finish the low kick. More of a finish low kick, so Matt's going to use higher shin, cut down the angle a little bit. So let's take it slow. So the first one is going to be that setup. Less pivot, hands nice and tight. Setup low kick. From here, he's going to fire his hands. Let's go hook, cross, hook, hook, cross, hook, and then from here, he's going to chop down, use his high shin. Setup, hands to low kick finish. Now, I could even build that first one in using enter and exit. So Matt's going to draw me in for the low kick, set up, boom, fire his hands, finishes with the kick. Now, he can do the same thing by drawing me on an exit. He comes in, I exit out, boom, comes in, throws his finish combination. So now you're going to notice part one of the low kick series and part two are coming together. Now, I'm just going to get Matt to flow for about 30 seconds of just some different combinations we'll throw. So what I'm gonna do now, this drill is a little bit more on using the low kick to set up the hands. In the last series where Matt was hitting the pads and I was holding the single, the emphasis is on the low kick. So you're using your hands to set up the low kick and finish. This drill is more of a controlled low kick, but putting more emphasis on the hands. So all it's doing is taking the emphasis. The first one is the low kick. This one is now using the low kick to set up your hands. So you can put emphasis on different parts of the combination to get a totally different effect. So one of the basic ones, again, if you're with someone who's not as conditioned in their legs, the person punching can use low kicks, or there's kicking shields now that these partners can hold. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a nice controlled setup low kick to Matt's leg. So I'm just gonna touch from here. I'm gonna fire out my hand combinations, which is gonna be hook, cross, hook. So I'm waiting. And remember, we can build in enter and exit. So I'm gonna build in a draw attack. So Matt draws in. As soon as he steps in, I touch. Boom, boom, boom. I fire my hands right off of that. From here, I draw him in. Now from here, I could even add my finish low kick now. So draw in, set up, hook, cross, hook, finish low kick. I could even change the punch combination. Let's go uppercut, cross, hook. Same concept. Now you can mix it up. I can do straight punches with just one hand. I can touch the leg, double jab, low kick, jab, hook, low kick. The whole point of this is not what combination you're throwing. It's using the low kick to set up the hands. Matt and I are just gonna flow, and I'm gonna let him coach me for the next minute.
Double jab. Drawing, jab, swing.
Some common mistakes in this episode using the low kick and all the different bag work is really understanding that distance control. You want to know and dictate the space between you and the bag. So that's why we do a lot of the drills moving laterally, because when you're fighting, it's so dynamic. No one is ever just standing in front of you. Your opponent moves, you got to be able to use your low kicks and your distance control when people move. That's the first one. The second one has to do with that, and that's not building in an exit. When you kick, you just stop. And if you stop, you're allowing your partner to counter, throw low kicks of their own. So when I build in my low kicks, finish, whether I set it up, after my finish, I want to build in that exit. This way there's more distance and I can block and control myself. The last part is this hand control. Because you're throwing so much volume in combinations, you want to make sure your hands are tight throughout. You want to avoid your partner coming in and countering. So make sure your hand position is tight, your distance is in good control, and you build in those exits. There you go, part 2 of the Bazooka Kickboxing low kick system. Really focused on different drills and bag works and partner bag work and pad work you can do. Make sure you follow both episodes. Timing is important, drills are important. So next week we're gonna add partner drills. We're gonna show how you can take this pad work and build it into sparring drills and build them into your fights so you can finish your opponents with low kicks.